So I was thinking to myself today, what would be the perfect dream schedule for us next season? Now, obviously, we don't know how the draft's going to go, and teams can really come out of the draft and look so much better than they are right now, right? We just know that for a fact. But I still kind of want to start off with a dream schedule. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Starting off right away, week 1. Okay, so the Panthers game's in Germany. I don't want to start off week 1 versus the Panthers because I think that would be absolutely awful. I would like to start off week 1 at home because last year we started off away versus Cleveland, and then the year before that we started off the season against Pittsburgh, but that was was that home? No, that was away as well. So hopefully we can start off this season actually at home, which I honestly would not mind starting off the season versus the Commanders. So, where are the Commanders? Right here. So, let's start off the season versus the Commanders, right? Start off the season 1-0. Now, usually we have a rough start to the season, like we start off a little slow, and then we get going. But, with that being said, week 1 versus Commanders. Week 2, we'll start off 1-0. So, I don't want to make it too easy for us because I don't want, like, the rest of the schedule down the line to be really tough and difficult. So I'm going to say week 2 against Cleveland. But I'm going to put this as an away game. I'm going to say we travel to Cleveland. So we play the Commanders at home. Then we travel to Cleveland, which is right up the right up north of us. So green is going to be actually let's make away red, and let's make green home. So this is going to be a home game. This can be a away game, okay? And tell me down below how you would set up your schedule personally. Week 3, after we play against Cleveland, let's make that the Tennessee game versus Brian Callahan. There was also a little thing about some of these teams where it's like, starting off the season, they're going to be really, really good. Right? A lot of teams, even if a team's going to have a bad schedule, a bad year, and they're going to be absolutely garbage, they could start the year off really well. They could start the year off amazingly. And then kind of go like this. I like to think about when the Cardinals, I think it was like 2015, 2016, they started off the year 4-0. And then they went 4-12. So, it's always possible that happens. So, Titans week 3. Week 4, and also we have a bye here. I gotta put a bye in there somewhere. Give us week 4 versus the Ravens. But I'm gonna put that as a home game. Well, there we go. I'm gonna put that as a home game. So we start off at home versus Commanders, 1-0. Go to Cleveland. That's tough. Maybe 1-1. I would like to say 2-0. Travel to Tennessee. That's a little bit tougher of a schedule there. Come back home versus the Ravens. And I don't want a bye week yet. I want to kind of wait on that. So, who's our next opponent? So, we're playing at home versus the Ravens. So, that's going to be a little bit easier. Which obviously means we have to go on the road to, we have to go on the road versus the Ravens later in the season. I'm going to put the next opponent as the Giants. So, this is going to be an away game. Right? Yeah, away game versus the Giants. So, we're going to start off 1-0. Then go maybe 1-1 at... I'm looking at worst case scenario. 1-1. 2-1. 3-1. And then 4-1. Kind of get a good start to the season here. Let's go with... I don't want to put too easy of a start. We have the 6th easiest schedule. But Denver, I feel like Denver might get good later in the season. So let's kind of get that one out of the way. Number 7 here, let's go with the Patriots. Kind of putting our tougher teams at the end here, I'm realizing. But let's just get a good... If we can get a good, set record where we feel comfortable, then I think we should be fine. So that's 1-0. let's say theoretically speaking, we could win all these games. At Cleveland's going to be hard. At Titans going to be hard. Versus Baltimore, but is at home. I think that's going to be a little bit easier. Let's go with our next game here. So I'm going to put our game, week 8 here, right? I'm going to put it as a Steelers game. And I'm going to put this game as an away game. Okay? An away game because then we get to play them later in the year at home. And that's going to be down the stretch when it's a little tougher. Then I'm going to put this game as our bye week. Let me move that down there. So this is going to be our bye week. And then after our bye week, that's when I'm going to have us play Carolina. So we come out of our bye week, you know, we're well rested. Then we have to travel to Carolina, which actually, no. I'm going to put our Carolina game here, and then I'm going to put our bye week at week 10. So that we get a bye week after playing Carolina. So this is a Carolina game. Let me see, where do we play? Panthers, it's an away game. So let's do that. So we play at Steelers, at Panthers, but this is going to be a game in wherever it ends up being, Germany, I think. Then we get a bye week. Coming off our bye week, this is technically week 10. No, this is week 11. Coming off our bye week, then we play against... Ooh. Alright, so... I'm not going to have us come off... you know what? Actually, I like that. Let's come off our bye week and play the Steelers again. Okay, we don't have 2 Steelers here, which is going to be kind of weird, but... For circumstances, we don't play the Saints, okay? But this is going to be the Steelers. Imagine SS, Steelers, Saints, okay? This is the Steelers. We don't have 2 Steeler logos. Actually, hang on, hold up. Am I doing this incorrect? This is week 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, because 18 weeks, yeah, okay. So we play the Steelers after that. Let's play the Raiders after that. And by the way, this Steelers game is going to be at home. So it's going to be Steelers coming to us. Then we play the Las Vegas Raiders. And this will also be a home game. And then let's have us play the Chiefs. Let's get this out of the way. This is an away game. Even though, actually, let's see. So it's technically in Burrowhead. So technically it's a home game. Okay, I'm just going to say away game. It's technically a home game. Alright, so let me see what teams we have left to play. We have to play the Eagles at home. That's the only home game we have left is the Eagles. Eagles outside of the Ravens games. So after we play the Chiefs, I'm going to put the Eagles as the second last week of the season. So for the second Ravens team, technically, let's just use... Do we have any teams here that are... We don't play the 49ers, so I'm going to put the 49ers. This is going to be the Ravens, okay? This is the Ravens. This is going to be a home game. This is going to be a home game as well. So, just so people understand, 49ers is a home game. This is the Ravens. 49ers Ravens. Saints S for Steelers. That's Steelers. So let's fill in the rest of these games. So that's all of our home games right here. No, wait, we played the Browns again. Forgot. All right, so for the Browns, we're going to use the Bears logo. So this is Ravens. We'll probably put the Browns right there. So these two matchups. Do we have any easy matchups? Play the Chargers. See, I don't know if I want to play the Chargers that late, though, because by that time, the Chargers might be really good. Because they might have to, actually got things working in together. Or they could be really trash, and their season's going to heck, and because of that, they're going straight downhill. That's also a possibility. I'll put the Chargers week 14. And then our last team we have to play, we got Titans, Chiefs, Cowboys. Oh, Lord. I don't like that. Eagles, Cowboys, Ravens. Give it me like that. Because then we play the Chiefs. That could be a really tough matchup. Then we play the Cowboys. I don't know how tough that will be. See, by that time, though, they might be so good that they're just kind of like cruising, and that's when you can take advantage of the Cowboys. Then you play the Browns, and by the way, this Cowboys game's an away game. See, that's another thing, though, because... Well, no, this Browns game's a home game. Yeah, so... We go, what? Kansas City, then Dallas, then Cleveland, then Philly, then San Diego, LA, and then back to Baltimore. And that Baltimore game's a home game. Wait, no, that's an away game. Crap. Alright, so then we play at... Yeah, we play at Baltimore after we play... See, I don't know if I like that then, because traveling across the country, that's tough. You go from Philadelphia across the country to LA. Wait, no, this is home. Wait, is this home? Let me double check. No, the Chargers game is away. Yeah, so that's going to be... You're going from Philly all the way to LA, all the way back to Baltimore. But I like that better than having it be Eagles, Cowboys, Ravens. I think that would be a really tough matchup to have. Like, that's the way you end off your season and you miss the playoffs. I don't think we will, but I'm saying that's a way to do it. Nah. I was going to say maybe we trade the Panthers. Trade the Panthers with... No, because I want... No, never mind. Because the Panthers game is going to be in Germany. Oh, my bad. Not me do that. The Panthers game is going to be in Germany. And I want to have a bye week after our Panthers game. Because that's in Germany. You want to have a week to kind of rest and, get ready for the next week. You're traveling across the, pretty much the, the earth. So you want to, get that kind of rested up. Then you have 2 easy games. Maybe instead of 2 easy games, maybe we have the Raiders. Trade out the Raiders for the Eagles here. So then this is a away game, and then this Raiders game is the home game. This way we have back-to-back home games before we end off the season. So we have back-to-back, in theory, easier games. But see, that's another thing. So we play the Browns home, and then we play the Raiders home. Yeah, I'm not against that. I don't know if I love the idea of playing the Chargers. But again, that should, in theory, be 3 easier games. Cleveland at home. We play at home versus Cleveland. Then we play at home versus Las Vegas. Go over to LA, then come back to Baltimore. I think that should be an easier matchup. Alright, so I'm going to lock this in. We start off the season versus the Commanders, 1-0. Play the Browns, could be 1-1. I'm going to say 2-0. Play the Titans. It's going to be a tough one. 3-0. Ravens, 4-0. Giants, 5-0. 6-0. Broncos, 7-0. Maybe 7-1 here. Let's be realistic, okay? This is worst case scenario. 1-0, 1-1, 1-2, 2-2, 3-2, 4-2, 5-2. Let's say 5-3, 6-3, 7-3, 8-3, 9-3, maybe 9-4, 10-4, 11-4, 12-4, and then potentially 12-5. Finish off the season 12-5. I think that's worst case scenario. That's worst case scenario, and this lets us be able to kind of have that, hard schedule, tough schedule, hard schedule, tough schedule, and it's a little bit easier to kind of balance. Guys, tell me down below your perfect schedule, and I'll see you guys in the next one.